surprised if they were to pick it. In any case, it is going to be, of course, the map pick of Trick that we kick this series off, and it is going to be Windigo that will be starting on the T side. Trick yesterday, they had a bit of a rough time against Epsilon, but they were able to pull out a victory in the end, and well, right now, it is time to see how this semi-finals of the lower bracket plays off, and who goes to face off, but no chance in the finals of the brackets to go into the playoffs championship bracket. In any case, it is currently Tricked on the CT side, and they do have the defuse kit on Hunden. Bubsky playing from Hut. He's going to be the one holding the site as best he can. And this is going to be a tough one for both sides. Both Windigo and Tricked, very good teams. Each having their respective results in the past. Very good results, I mind you. Oh, Bubsky. Has he been spotted? Yeah, he has been spotted. Poison finds one more beforehand. Tricked. More so get Akor with a double, but the one for Hunden, that's not good enough. Sjush is left to deal with the mess at hand on his own terms. It's a one-on-one though. Sjush drops down, doesn't lose a single point of damage, and it's back to a clutch round. Bubble versus Sjush. This is it. Gentlemen, it feels like this series is not going to go that easily, as we had both, as we had the Namiga versus No Chance end up quite anticlimactically. And Windigo, well, starting off the T side with a victory would be perfect. Especially if they would be able to secure the gun round as well. And Trick, they find themselves again in a similar position they were in yesterday, where they played Nuke and they were able to scrape off the victory in the end, but it was quite close and quite tight around the edges. Sjush, though, he has a kit. That's the saving grace right now. And Bubble. Oh, he's gonna hold it. Yes, he will. Oh, that was a close call. Tricked. Or more so, Sjush. That was half a second away from defusing the bomb. That was a really, really close call. Jesus Christ. And he had a kit. He held it. He held it like a boss. Pros don't fake, gentlemen. And Windigo, well, with the pistol picked up, now they're given a chance to actually win this first gun round as well. Especially with the fact Tricked actually force up. Interesting choice. Not exactly a choice that, or more so, not exactly a play we haven't seen before, but certainly perhaps a bit of a greedy play here, and it could come back to really bite him in the ass. If Windigo win this round, which is the likely scenario, Tricked will be down to a full eco. And, you know, Windigo already starting off with a 3-0 result is as bad as it gets for the CT side. Sjush, he's going to be spotted immediately. No kills, no frags. B side has been lost as Hunden is rushing through secret. They know he's there, though. They know he's there as they heard him twice over. And there's 2 players to kill and there's 2 players to get, obviously. And that's Borp and Akor remaining. They should be looking to save the Kevlas, getting the hell out of Dodge. There's no point in trying to survive. Or excuse me, trying to stay close, trying to get some damage done. And Borup, well, he loses his teammate as well. What an ending to a round force. You would have imagined that they would get more kills. You would imagine that they would get at least a frag or 2, but not a single one made. Which is honestly quite concerning. But here's the first gun round. Here's the round that will change everything. Excuse me, not the first gun round. The eco round. Forgive me. It is the eco round, and it could change everything. But again, we should consider this to be an easy win for Windigo. 3-0, starting off this first few, or this first half at least. It's going to be a bit of a play through doors by the looks of it. It's a full eco coming out for Tricked. And surely they can't win this, right? Surely they can't actually pick up a victory. Blocker gets headshotted down to 47. Pretty good start. Smoke into main. And they're going to push to the smoke. Yes, they will. And okay, Bubsky. Oh, Borup and Bubsky, they find 2 kills. Poison refrags back to a 3-on-3. And Windigo, this is a full eco they're up against, and they're not ready for the engagement. There goes one. Poison shuts down Zborb at least. Sjush left to his own devices. A 1-on-2 clutch round left. He's gonna find one more. Sjush, oh my god, Sjush. Does he win this? Oh my god, he actually wins this, Sjush. He actually wins with a hat trick. With an MP5, they win a full eco. In the end, Tricked pick up a full eco victory. How is this even possible? The Danish Dynamite. Here comes the gun round though. Hopefully now Tricked can keep the victories up. If they lose this though, oh, don't even want to imagine it. They cannot afford to lose it. Ships though, okay, he doesn't give a damn. He's going to be taken down by Bubsky though. But Blocker, good refrag. Victor comes across with a second. 2-for-2 trade. Keeping the peace, I guess you could say. Molotov in heaven, Akor burning alive. Down to 28. A 3-on-3 retake, that's going to be a bit more difficult to achieve this time, especially with the bomb already planted. And there is a man in heaven, that's going to be Sjush. Hunden coming through vents, and Akor coming through main. Oh, but the timing. Poison. Catches on the scent of Akor, and I mean, both Hunden and Sjush, they had no chance in any case. It's gonna be 3-1, and they win a full eco, yet they lose a gun round. Logic seems to always find a way to not be logic, but more so chaos. Life finds a way. Well, Windigo finds a way. Full eco for Tricked. We should expect him to win this, but obviously not yet decided, I guess. Doesn't look good indeed, Nougat TV. Problem is, it is a CT map indeed. And it is also the map pick of Tricked. It is the map that they're actually the strongest on. I would argue, I think statistics can argue the fact that, you know, Nuke is one of the stronger maps of Tricked. And I'd be damned if they lose this first half at a difference of more than 3 rounds. Sjush, he gets the first. This is a good start to this retake. They can potentially still win the round. Unfortunately, Akor will be lost, and the pop flash is good enough for Poison to buy himself enough time. Of course, for Blocker to clean house for the rest. This is not exactly a very... comfortable beginning, but it's an eco, as I said, so as expected, not a victory. Secondary map, Ilozix, is Overpass. Guys, if you are not aware of what maps are being played, just check the lower, or more so the middle left-hand side corner of your screens under the minimap. Nuke is the first one, the map pick of Tricked. Overpass, the map pick of Windigo. And of course, Dust 2, the map pick of both. I guess you could say. Well, 4-1, and a very uncomfortable beginning for Tricked. This is the chance, though, to win it. They have the op on Akor. They have a few AUGs, the AKs, the M4. Limited utility, but enough firepower for the Danes to win this. Again, if they do win this, it's not going to be enough to just win the 1 round. They have to make it consecutive. They have to secure at least 2 or 3 rounds in a row to call it, you know, a successful gun round. Bit of an outside take. Windigo seemingly looking to go towards secret. I wouldn't be surprised. Although, yeah, okay, Akor, smart choice. He's gonna go across, although, ooh, very close to dying. Smart that he deploys the Molotov immediately. And it's gonna be Windigo that loses the entry without a kill, without a single refrag. Bubsky's waiting in heaven, left side above hut. There's another player on site that's gonna have the crossfire set up. Bubsky, he's gonna find himself the first. Drops down, not sure why, but he still gets a kill, away with it. Bubsky. That's beautiful. Victor does refrag, but he's able to sneak away and hut. He's able to deny a chance of a refrag, and Tricked, well, a round finally perhaps found as Bubsky secures a hat trick. And Victor, what do you really do? Well, I guess the answer is do damage. Try and do as much damage as possible. Spotted. Bubsky will die. Still. Ooh, Victor almost a second. That was a bit closer than imagined. Tricked cannot afford to lose too many players. Keep in mind their money is not too good, so obviously losing players would be quite devastating. But as mentioned, as said, the CTs have to make it consecutive. The CTs have to win quite a few consecutive rounds in order to make a change, or at least to you know, to make up for the losses they gathered early on and the economy they've lost early on. Ooh, very aggressive play by Akor. And this might just give them an entry, and it does. That's it. Now Tricked. With the entry in their hands, all they have to do is fall back, play it safe, and make sure they don't get shut down, or more so they don't get surprised by any sort of shenanigans coming out of Windigo. Poison's already sneaks into main, but he's about to meet his doom most likely. He gets one, which is not bad. It's going to be very, very hard to actually pull it off. A 4-on-3. London finds himself one. That's a good start. Ships will refract. Ships for the second. All of a sudden a 2-on-2 clutch. 35 seconds, more than enough, but Akor comes swinging out. He still gets the shot, or the shutdown, excuse me. It's a 1-on-1 once more. Siash finding himself in the similar position he was on the pistol round. Or he was in the pistol round. At this time, seemingly prepared for this. Gonna go down vents. Doesn't make a sound though. Beautiful. And that's potentially the round gone. Yes, Ships will not expect this, and it is gonna be 3 rounds to Tricked already. This is a good turnaround, or at least a good good opportunity for Tricked to start fighting back. Start, you know, getting the result back in their hands, or at least stabilizing after a pretty poor performance for the first few. Well, here we go. 3-4, and a forced buy by Windigo, something they're very much known for. Absolutely crazy town. They like to force a lot of times, or more so many a times, and usually they're quite successful with it. They at least find quite a bit of damage dealt to their opponents if they don't win the round in the end. But I gotta say, Tricked with the AW on Akor, absolutely have to agree there. As soon as Akor has the op, the chances of Tricked winning improve by 50% almost. As Akor is an amazing player in his own right. The opper he is, though, is 10 times better than anybody else in this league, in this tier, I guess you could say. I would argue only Nock is able to fight against Akor in a one-on-one duel with an op. Nobody else. At least from this tournament, it's Nock and Akor. The op that I would be most hyped for, or the op battle that I would be most hyped for, that I was actually hyped for when we saw the No Chance versus Tricked game. But it's going to be Tricked that find one entry. That's Siash to shut it down. Borp will be refact, still a 4-on-3, and well, Siash, he's pretty much ready for this. A hat trick once more, and it is going to be enough in this case to secure victory for Tricked. As Windigo are about to be tied up. Hunden coming in for the flank. Another free round to Tricked almost. Seemingly Windigo aware of the push from short, although the timing is going to have to be perfect for them if they wish to win this round. And of course it's not going to be. Pop Flash comes across, and Siash finds himself a 4K. A very successful continuation of the first half, and Tricked their map pick, looking like it's going to continue to be their map pick. because they're not gonna let Windigo run away with the result too much. Eco finally for the Bulgarians. They will be having a few pistols, a few Kevlars here and there. A few smokes as well to support it. A very close game so far, Shappy. That is correct. It's been quite neck and neck. A few clutch rounds already in between, and in essence, it could have been completely different. The clutch rounds are really what's keeping Tricked alive for the moment. They've won 2 clutch rounds, once with Syash and no, actually it was both times with Syash, was it not? And they lost the pistol one. And Hunden, ooh, he's ready for this. He's absolutely ready for this, but he's not ready enough as Blocker will jump on him like a lion. It's an immediate headshot, and the damage dealt is not even good enough right now for Tricked. It's gonna be Syash on B side. If he gets spotted and killed, that's almost certainly the round gone already. And he hears them running down in secret and in hallways. He hears them all. He knows. Jesus. Well, Syash gets one. But that's not enough. As Bubsky and Akor are far away from supporting their teammates. Ooh, Bubsky is able to refrag at least. There's that. Bubsky for the second. Back to a 2-on-2. Another clutch round once more. It's gonna be down to Akor though, and he's on ramp with an op. With 8 HP. He needs to get the hell out of there. There's no chance that he can succeed in the retake against 2 rifles. And with this little HP, it is most prudent to get the hell out of Dodge. Save what you can. And hope for a better outcome with the next. 5-4 and Windigo. Well, I gotta say, this is a rather successful half so far for them. Any round they get on the T side is a good round. I think we should all keep in mind the fact that Windigo, of course, as bad as some might think they might be, or might have been in the within the last year, they actually won WSG 2018-19, which I was supposed to cast. We actually casted the qualifiers, all of them, but I was supposed to be there in the event, but I wasn't, unfortunately. Visa and all that. And then in the end, well, Windigo won it. They've done a splendid job, and Windigo, I think they are one of the strongest teams alongside of well, Gamer Legion in this tournament, in this league. No chance. They certainly were close to being able to hold that title, but after losing Retifaction, Nukia, and of course Frozen, unfortunately their chances had dwindled down to pretty much minimum, and they already had a pretty rough group stage, and you know, it's unlikely that they would have, or more so it was questionable whether or not they will even pass through the group stages. But in any case, 4-5, and well, it's already a 4-on-4. Very important. Battle coming up. Hunden on Heaven. He's going to hold the line. The Molotov also prevents one of the players from pushing out deep enough as Blocker refrags. Still going to be bored to find 2. And that's main cleared out. Now Blocker. A 1-on-3. And he's not going to get very far as he's shut down by Akor. Enough money for Trick to rebuy, but this is really back and forth. A really, really tight match. Undecided until the very last second. Well, still though, it is going to be back to a small force buy from Windigo. They've got it up on Poison. Victor, Blocker, and Bubble keep a little bit of money in the bank, so they're able to rebuy if they need to. And Trick themselves, we can see that they're kind of lacking a little bit of economy. Pupsky is playing with the auto shotgun, which in itself is a bit of a concerning factor. It's not a bad choice, certainly. The auto shotgun is good as it is, but not exactly a weapon you want to have if you find yourself in a retake scenario or something. Well, there it is. Yash finds 2, and all of a sudden, it looks like we might just have a quick 6-5 and potentially 7-5 result as, well, Tricked. They've broken Windigo completely, economically speaking, and Bubsky, the auto shotgun comes to fruition, and does he take the... I don't think he took the AWP. I hope he did. I mean, he's got an auto shotgun. No, he did not. Okay. That's a weird choice. I mean, I understand that he doesn't want to play with it, sure, but certainly double up is not a bad choice on nuke. If you are on CT, you can easily hold up to it, and the point is, you can easily rebuy an auto shotgun while dropping the secondary up to one of your teammates. But again, it's, you know, it's okay. I understand the decision that he didn't buy it. Obviously, Omerso took it because it is better to play with the shotgun on ramp. And it is pistols and Kevlar on the side of Windigo, and Akor already finds the entry. And now, yes, of course they know this is an eco. You're correct, guys. Frolich, you're correct. It is smarter to not go for the second up because of the knowledge they have that it's an eco. And it makes sense in that case, as well as the fact that... Yeah, the point is, sure, it's dangerous to have double up on nuke. It's dangerous anywhere, really. But nuke is also a map where double up can really pay off. You can put the op on outside, you can put one of the ops on ramp, and you got yourself a great hold, or at least a great defense setup towards anything that might come your way. As you can see, the eco round will, well, bode 2 kills, or more so, bring 2 kills to Windigo, but it doesn't really matter much. As there is the... Well, this is the round that's going to decide how well Windigo are able to contend against strict CT side of nuke. Although I have to say, 5 rounds on the T is already an amazing result in itself, and it's going to be a difficult one for Trick to make up for if they lose the pistol as well as the first gun round moving into their own T side. I would argue they're actually much better at CT than T. Once more, it is going to kick off though with a pretty aggressive play, and Bubsky, oh my god, he's pushing doors. Bubsky, he gets a kill at least, but that was uncalled for, unwarranted for. Certainly could have been played a little bit better. Well, Akor finds 1 second for Borup, as it's an immediate refrag. It's Poison to try and keep it clean, but it's Borup that actually denies any chance they might have had to win that round, and all of a sudden, well, this is where real trouble starts to arise for Windigo. Trick now at 8 rounds in. They're looking like they could be able to pick up 10 rounds on the half. Certainly possible. The money for Windigo is limited enough that they cannot fully buy, but it's still high enough that they can buy, you know, with 3-4 AKs. You know, or actually they can buy 5 AKs, but they're going to have 2 head armors, or more so 2 Kevlars, 2 head armors missing on 2 players. Both Bubble and Ships will be forced to play with only mini Kevlar. I wouldn't be surprised if Windigo forced, though. I've seen them force before in rounds like this. I've seen them force up in many different scenarios before, and sometimes it cost them the game, sometimes it cost them, or more so it gave them the victory. It really depends on how they're feeling in the moment. And right now, well, I would have to say that this is probably going to be pistols in Kevlar. By the looks of it. Yeah, Ships has the Eagle. He has the... No, actually, no, fair enough. It's going to be an investment. Okay, 2 AKs. I like it. Victor with the 3rd, most likely. Should be. It's not a bad choice, don't get me wrong, but certainly perhaps not the best of choices. Their money is limited. Losing this round would mean that they most likely lose the last round as well. Their money will be limited as it is, and as I'm continuously saying, the T side, as much as they might have an easier time getting weapons, getting utility, and getting onto, you know, saving their economy with a plant here and there, they are still in a position in which they can't afford to lose this much money Because if they lose this round, well, then they find themselves with $0 in the bank. Okay, yeah, blocker, bubble, victor, and ships all have quite a little bit of money banked up, don't get me wrong. But then again, it's not exactly a perfect position they're in. Siasho, he spots the player trying to get through the smoke. Poison, not sure what exactly he was attempting there, but he's going to be caught in the wind. And that's going to be an entry given to Tricked once more, a free entry if you will. Nakor. Just gonna make up for the second. And of course, Akor holds the line, as always. Oh, man, this guy. Hat trick. Never made it look easier than that. Well, there you have it. It is going to be 9-5, and well, it is the last round of the first half, and luckily enough, a few of the players have enough money to buy Kevlars and AKs. Poison, of course, with $0 in the bank, he's going to be forced to play with a UMP, but that's still pretty good, a pretty decent buy regardless right now of the position they were in previously. And this is where things start to get a little bit iffy, a little bit griefy. And it's going to be back to, oh, a fast B play through vents. This is pretty good. Borup sprays down at the right time. Akor finds himself bubbled, though. And that's already a pretty darn good response coming out from Tricked. It looks like 10 rounds might not escape them at all. It's going to be Victor that refrags at least. Back to a 4-on-3. B retake, though, it's going to be difficult to manage if they lose ramp control, just as they do right now. But Borup swings out wide, gets 2 kills somehow. It's the round gone. Borup 4 kills, and that's it. That's gonna be 10-5. The first half is gone and Tricked. After losing with quite a few rounds in a row being taken away by Windigo, Tricked is able to wake up from this nightmare, seemingly, and able to pull themselves back together. They were down 1-4, or 1-2-4 in rounds. And now, well, now the real struggle begins. It is the second half. It is now Windigo CT side to kick off. And there is a lot to kick off on. They certainly need to win the pistol or at least the gun round. In any case, we'll be right back after a short break, so stay tuned for map, or more so for round 2.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
Welcome back, of course, and the second half, the second pistol is here. Windigo winning the pistol would certainly save their lives, but winning the gun round will save their entire game, or at least map for the most part. We'll see how this one plays off, though. Tricked, they're ready for this, and they're absolutely hyped up. They've got 2 smokes, a Molotov, a flash, and a decoy, if you will, which is not exactly going to be the best of choices to have, but okay. It's all good, it's all good. It's going to be a P250 on Borup. He likes to play with it. He's absolutely deadly with it. And, ooh, down secret we go. 2 players rushing down, and this looks like a bit of a fake out. Tricked might want to force Windigo into an over-rotation. Molotov into secret stairs as well. That's certainly going to force another rotation down B. And this is a good start for Tricked if they can win this. Now they're going to split back towards A through Main and Hut and Squeaky, and this is it. And they're already on site. Nobody's there to respond. Bubsky, excuse me, not Bubsky, but Borup will find one. Bubsky for the second. Borup, okay. That's the P250 that I'm talking about. 3 kills already. And if he makes it look easy, and all eyes on Bubble, a 1-on-4. Make it, well, a 1-on-5 initially, so an ace clutch to come up if he wants to save the round. He has the kit, but no Kevlar. And there's a very high chance that this might just go haywire very quickly. There's the pop flash into sight. Akor. Well. 11-5, and that is gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt a lot. Windigo losing the pistol means that now they have to rely on the gun round. It's all on the gun round. Losing that, well, then you pretty much have map 1 done. It's not over, though. It's not over until it's over, and right now, Windigo, they've still got that hope in the gun round coming up. Now, this should be 12-5 before long, obviously. Smokes outside again, forcing a reaction from Windigo, which is unlikely to succeed in anything, I guess you could say. Boro, he's kind of fast, isn't he? He's just kind of running around and gets headshotted down to 27. He can lose the UMP. He can actually give a chance to Windigo to win the round, but it's highly unlikely. Again, as I said, this is a round that it's a full eco for Windigo, and they shouldn't be getting much success with it, regardless of what they can try, regardless of what they can throw at Tricked. And Boro cleaning off Bubble. Poison hiding in Titanic. If he hides long enough, perhaps delaying the plant at least, that would be a success in itself, killing a player or two. Yeah, but in the end, it does not matter. 12-5 confirmed. Clean round for Tricked. All 5 men surviving means that their economy will be established as well with it. This is going to change the pace of the game quite a little bit, because now Windigo, not only do they have to invest everything they have, they also have to pretty much, you know, make do with what they have. And what I mean by that is no defuse kit, no AWP for poison. There are, what, 3 smokes available? That's okay-ish, but it's not exactly a picture-perfect position. But it's going to be, of course, a bit of a fast play from Trick, looking like they wanted to go down vents early on. Initially denied due to the presence of Windigo, obviously, on a site. Well, Borb still has that UMP. It's not going to help him very much. I say he goes Sosyash with the MP5. It's going to be actually quite useless against rifles at mid to long range engagements. Sure, they can get a kill, but it's unlikely as it is, as well as the fact that there's a high chance. Oh, Bubsky's going to be caught though. Bubble peeks outdoors and gets himself a free entry. That's what Windigo needed. That's what Windigo need entirely. And Blocker, he's holding ramp. He's going to find one. And, well, Poison, the crossfire is there. It's not even a problem. For the refrag, but as I said, Borup with a UMP, he can't do anything. And even if he had an AK in that position, he probably would have died anyway. All eyes on Bubble. Does damage Akor. Doesn't kill him, though. And Akor, he's going to have to go for the ace clutch. This is it. A chance for Akor to prove his worth and his quality. And not that he has to prove it completely, just, you know, to show everybody why he should be considered one of the better Danish players from this tier. In the end, though, Victor will still find the victory. 12-6. And something I said at the start of, or more so in the last best of 3 was, when you win the first gun round as the CT, it is not enough to just win that. You have to win 3 or 4 rounds in a row. And here, it is more important than ever. Windigo, if they're able to pick up 2 or 3 rounds in a row, they can easily win this. But if Windigo lose this, well, then they are in deep shit. And it's going to be a big old crikey, mate. Bubble, good entry, though. Good hold of a site so far. 2 players there. Victor and Bubble holding their positions valiantly. They've got a little bit of utility to support with, but not much they can really rely on overall. Ships, he's coming in through secret. If he catches the first man... Oh, but Bubsky. Bubsky's already down. Oh, no. Bubsky and Siash, they find 2 kills. Certainly a good start, Windigo. As I said, they need consecutive wins, and Bubsky finds himself a second. That's the round gone. That's probably 14-6, 13-6 most. I mean, 13-6, 100%. 14-6 likely because it's an eco for Windigo. And this is quite a disappointing ending to Windigo, really. If it is an ending here. Their CT side not exactly up to par of Tricked. Here we go. It's actually not an eco. My god, I apologize. It's a full force. Wait a second. What, Windigo? You full force at 13-6 instead of having an eco and full buying the next? That is not how it's supposed to go down. Akor and Syash. It's a 3-for-1 trade, a 3-for-2 trade, and that's our 4-for-2 trade. Good kills from Poison. Nice attempt, but it's not enough. Not enough at all. 14-6, and this is surely an eco for Windigo. It has to be, right? They have to slow it down. There's no point in forcing. You just give away your map, or more so, you just give away this map so easily if you force. In any case, and it's a force. Okay, this is the end. This should be ending 16-6, most likely. The money for Windigo is so low now that even if, well, even with full loss bonus, they will not have enough to buy anything within the next round if they lose this. And, well, as I said, losing this would most likely spell the ending for them. And, well, Akor, good refrags. Yash lost, but Bubsky, he's already down secret. He's already getting himself a piece of the pie as well. And Poison, Victor, and Bubble, what can you do, really? By the looks of it, not much. Poison spotted outside in CT, and a spray down by Borb. Oh, whoa, Bubsky. Okay, somehow he's not dead. Finally died. Victor reloads at the most opportune of times. Hunden here's the second player as well. That's Bubble. Picks up an AK, actually. Back to a 1-on-2. This is a clutch round now. Bubble can win, but, well, just as I say it, he sets himself up against the AWP of Akor. And 15-6 final round, most likely here for us, as Windigo have very little money to really work with. Chips goes for the auto shotgun. We should see pretty much similar position, or more so similar buys for the rest, with a few pistols here and there, and a 3 for Masses, fair enough, and a pistol, or more so a deagle for Poison, single defuse kit. But this map is gone. This map should be gone. 15-6, and the money that Windigo currently have is nothing compared to what, you know, Tricked have at their disposal. Oh, 2 kills already early on. Bubsky will be refragged by Poison. Back to a 3-on-3 we go. This is now open for business, and a 3-on-3, buys like this can win for Windigo, and Ships and Poison both have themselves an AK. This is not a bad choice. They can certainly pick it up, but again, as I said, they're far away from winning this, or at least tying this, as well as pulling off a potential comeback. And Tricked, they're gonna go A through Heaven. Oh, this is a smart choice. Although Akor's still kind of holding on the outside. This is actually really good because now they'll have an angle from which they can clear pretty much the whole site. There's 2 players in hut. There's the one. There's the second. Borrow both. And that's the game. Or at least the map. The no Ships is down there. Or more so that he was on B. He has no kit. And a 3-on-1. He shouldn't be winning. This is 16-6 confirmed at this point. Borb. Oh, look at this. Borb. Yeah. GG. Map 1 done. A very quick one. A very fast one. And we'll be back after a short break, gentlemen. After we take a few moments here to compose ourselves and get ready for map 2, Overpass, the map pick of Windigo. A rather disappointing ending, wouldn't you say, for Windigo, as to what we expected otherwise. But in any case, we'll be back after a short commercial break and about 10 minutes overall to get ready for map 2. Love you all, and make sure to follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet at @overseard. We'll be right back.